All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this daily forecast for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be Wednesday, August 5th. Um, and yeah, let's start by looking at the economic calendar here. Tomorrow we have Services PMI and ADP NFP, which is not interesting. So overall, tomorrow, not expecting much from the economic calendar. Again, we're getting into NFP territory right now, so honestly, I would want to just wait a little bit until the end of the week because right now, especially today, we didn't get much volatility except on the indices, but that's because we had a bunch of earnings coming out. We had SpaceX also coming out with their earnings today, and that moved the indices a lot. But other than that, I don't expect much volatility until Friday. So if we start by looking at the dollar right there, you can see that just today was just this massive consolidation, didn't move anywhere. You can see here on the 4 hour as well, just massive consolidation going lower, still maintaining the long-term bias here, which is long until we reach this daily fair value gap. Um, We could also, that's something I forgot to mention yesterday, but we are in a third candle of a potential weekly bearish for value gap. It's possible that we could be just consolidating here on the dollar throughout the week. Keep that in mind. Could be dangerous. But overall, nothing changed here on the dollar. And honestly, take a step back tomorrow for the dollar. Just seeing that is not interesting, so I'm not even gonna look at all the majors. Like, yes, we had EU last night. That was interesting, but right now it is not because the dollar didn't do anything. So I'm going to skip all the majors today because they're just not interesting. The dollar is not interesting, so none of the majors are interesting. Moving on to the metals, gold. Honestly, same scenario here. It's not very clear. Price didn't really move somewhere. Yes, we did go higher, but then at the last, the last 4 hour candle of the day, so during the PM session, we had a drop, which doesn't make a lot of sense. And it leaves us, when you look from the daily perspective, it leaves us with this huge candle this huge wick at the top of this candle right here. So yeah, that's just not great. Like I just hate what I'm seeing here on gold. Very ugly price action in the past few weeks. So again, I would say that gold, I don't want to be forcing an idea here. I could tell you guys like, yeah, we have this 4 hour fair value gap here that we could continue higher from, but it's just not clear. Just take a step back, wait for price to clear up, and you might have a better opportunity there. But for now, this is still waiting for me. Um, Same thing on silver. Silver's a little bit stronger, but again, it's not great. I have to admit, it's not great. We have this 4 hour fair value gap right there that we could potentially push higher from, but looking back at the price action that we got in the past few weeks, we could. There's a big chance we're just gonna consolidate around this level and just move higher in a very ugly way. Okay. So yeah, overall, the metals not interesting for tomorrow. I wouldn't spend my brain points on this. All right, now moving on to crude oil. That's the big story of the day. Again, I think it's Scott Bessent today that came out with something that a deal was closed or whatever. Again, this is just market manipulation. There will be no deal with Iran. We all know that. Um, so yeah, this right now is just market manipulation so that all the insiders can buy lower and then they can get some crazy returns. I actually just read an article that came out today in the Wall Street Journal. It was really interesting. It was about like all the price action that we've been seeing. here. So this move lower, and this move lower that we got in April, May, and then June. Um, literally, like all those Trump how can I say this? The Trump advisors, people that work close to Trump, they all placed shorts 15 minutes before the announcements, and then price just drops. So yeah, there's a lot of insider trading here. There's a lot of market manipulation. We all know that by now. So this move lower again is nothing else than a manipulation. So right now, for tomorrow, I would say like don't take a long, obviously, but don't take a short as well. Just wait for the manipulation to be over. Just wait for reality to come back, and then price action should be normal again. So let's wait. Let's wait. It's probably going to clear up before the end of the week. Moving on to Bitcoin. Again, Bitcoin doing nothing right now. Just continuing higher, but not a lot of volatility today. Very tiny candle. So again, the next target is that monthly fair value gap up there, just like on gold and silver. So it's just about waiting here. Then the indices, well, that is yeah, I have to admit, unfortunate. I was not expecting that, but the S&P just ran through the all-time high, which was not expected, unfortunately. Um, I don't have anything to say here. Don't trade, obviously, don't trade the indices, especially not the S&P. With that much volatility, that is only driven by earnings and nothing else. There's nothing else, but by the way, that's very important to mention here. There is nothing else other than earnings backing up this move higher right there. Okay. It's only fueled by earnings. You see here today on Nasdaq, we got 3.4%. Why? Because SpaceX reported on their earnings and it was like crazy good. I think it was like 92% higher than what was expected. And so yeah, I just wouldn't trade the indices right now because this move higher looks again suspicious, only driven by short-term emotions rather than long-term logic, right? So yeah, that's it for the indices. But if we have to be objective here, higher prices tomorrow or consolidation tomorrow. And then finally, the crosses quickly. GBP Canadian delivered higher, which is good. That's what we want to see. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I do like this here. This 4 hour fair value gap looks very oops, it's not the right thing. Sorry. This 4 hour fair value gap does look interesting. I'm gonna put an alert on this. Once we get the retracement back into it, I think that could be it. That could be the move for tomorrow. Something like this. I do like it right here. GBP Canadian. We'll see. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. We wanted to see a retracement back inside this leg, which we are getting right now, which is good, but that's still not enough. I would want to wait for retracement at least back inside this daily fair value gap, or worst case, yeah, actually, never mind. Just let's just wait for retracement back inside this daily fair value gap. If we don't get it, then it's not interesting. Okay? Right. Euro New Zealand dollar. I remember that was the interesting one yesterday. I have to admit, I haven't been trading, guys. I'm on vacation, so I'm not checking all the markets every single day. But this does look interesting as well. From this 4 hour fair value gap right there, we can continue lower from it. I do like it. Let's put an alert on this. Yeah, I do like this. And we have a clear target down here. Yep, this does look good. And finally, GBP Australian dollar. Um, Yeah, right here we're still waiting. Actually, yeah, okay. It's the same story as yesterday. We are stuck between two monthly fair value gaps, one bullish, one bearish, and we're just waiting for price to hit one of them. And it does look like it's going to be the bullish fair value gap first. So we'll reassess once we get there. So for the crosses, we do have two pairs that are interesting. I'm not gonna lie. GBP Canadian dollar and Euro New Zealand dollar do both look interesting. Honestly, that's probably the best setups that we have for tomorrow. Because for the rest of the markets, the dollar, don't touch it. Consolidation um, hasn't been moving a lot today, so I wouldn't trade any majors. Same thing for the metals. It has been consolidating, so I wouldn't touch that. Crude oil, same thing. We're in the middle of a massive manipulation, so don't get trapped in it. And then same thing for Bitcoin. So honestly, I wouldn't trade anything tomorrow, uh, except for those two crosses that do look good. But again, wait for extra confirmation because it's crosses, right? So they're always lower probability than majors, for example. But yeah, guys, that's it for the forecast. Honestly, very boring forecast. I'm sorry about that. It's not my fault. The markets are boring right now. But again, it's normal. It's August. It's usually the month with the lowest volatility in the year. August, everyone is on vacation, and so it's normal. I believe volatility and normal market conditions should come back around the end of August, beginning of September. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated anyways. All right. Well, thank you for listening. Again, I apologize for the noise in the background. But you should have picked up on everything I said. Um, but yeah, it's hard to find a calm spot here to record my forecast. So thank you for listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Ciao.